My name's Genevieve Bell and I run the user experience group at Intel, which means I'm in charge of thinking about how to bring consumer insights into a technology company. So I spend a lot of my time with average ordinary people around the world getting a sense of what makes them tick and what they care about and what it is that motivates them, and then using all of that information to think about how you deliver really compelling technology and compelling experiences. So part of that job and in part of doing that work, one of the things that's become really clear to us is that women consumers want some different things from their technology than their male peers. And I think it's not just about making it smaller and making it pinker. It's not just about a kind of girlification of technology. It's actually about dealing with some fundamentally different needs and aspirations and in some ways constraints. So when you talk to women around the world, one of the things that becomes really clear is there's a lot of demands on their time. Women are still doing the bulk of housework, the bulk of emotional work, and they're often in some form of paid labor. So there's a very small amount of discretionary time they have left to kind of tinker with things. And women always are saying to us, I want something that just works. I want it to come out of the box, I want it to work the first time and every other time flawlessly, because I just don't have time to sit around spending 6 or 7 hours making the thing do what it should do. So for me, thinking about how it is you design for women consumers is about how do we achieve a really high level of usability, a kind of simplicity that says it will work that first time out of the box and it will always work beautifully. Something that says, how do we design for a life that's always going to be a little bit interrupted? So how do we make things that either fit into multitasking or support it? I think it's also about how do we create technology that appeals to women not just as women but as custodians of family, women who are worrying about their parents perhaps, their kids, maybe their partners, maybe their own health. How do we respond to a much broader set of needs and aspirations there? And in some ways, last but not least, how do we think about the fact that all this new technology we're designing says something about who we are? And it's part of how other people make sense of us. And so how do we create technology with a really broad range of choices that lets us say the things we want to say about ourselves? And maybe that is, I like pink shiny stuff, but maybe it's, I like green, or I like things that are round at the edges, or I want to be known as someone who cares about aesthetics or about music or about taking photos of my kids. And for me, getting it right for women means getting it right for a whole lot of other people too, because I think once you create that diversity of choices and you can support the widest range of experiences, you make technology that's compelling to everyone, not just to women.